top story that we are following here on India Today coming in from the United States of America. The US President Donald Trump, he has announced new US envoy to India. Trump loyalist Sergio Gor is the new US envoy to India. Amid the tariff showdown with India, Donald Trump said need an envoy to implement the agenda that Donald Trump has. US President on Friday announced that he is now appointing Sergio Gor, the White House personal director, as the next ambassador to India, a special envoy for South and Central Asian affairs. We are now seeing that there is a tariff war going on between the United States of America and India. In fact, the team that was supposed to come from the United States of America to India, that team is not coming now. Donald Trump has now announced, amid all the tariff talks that are taking place between India and US, a new US envoy to India. My colleague Pranay Upadhyay is now joining me on the story. Pranay, we are seeing the relationships between India and the United States of America are still very strained. Donald Trump has now appointed his loyalist, Sergio Gor, as the new envoy to India.
Indeed, Aishwarya, this should be seen as a positive development because, without an ambassador, maintaining a relationship becomes difficult. But we have to wait for the Senate confirmation of Sergio Gor, who is currently serving as the director for the personal staff of President Donald Trump in White House. And in fact, if you see the social media timeline of Sergio Gor, he was also there when Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited in February 2025, and he was coordinating the appointments for President Donald Trump when he assumed office in January 2023. So certainly he is considered within the close coterie of President Donald Trump, and he's also been elevated as the special envoy for South and Central Asia affairs. So definitely he will be the President Donald Trump's man in South Asian affairs, and he will be consulted on various issues. Now, this is for Sergio Gor to make an increase his understanding about India and managing a relationship with India. And Howard Lutnick, who is the U.S. Commerce Secretary, has said in his social media post congratulating Sergio Gor that India will be in great hands. So now we have to see that how he manages an important relationship of the United States, which is important in terms of the strategic partnership between both the countries and has been built by the bipartisan support in both the countries over the 2.5 decades.
Right, Pranay, one of the other important things that are now coming to the fore is the fact that the person who Donald Trump has now made the envoy to India, he's born in the former USSR. So that's also something which is a big message.
Indeed, a big message, but he is considered as a person who has been close to President Donald Trump throughout his campaign. He was the one who actually, worked for the MAGA campaign during President Donald Trump's race for the White House. And even after that, how to identify people to make them join President Donald Trump's team in government, in administration. So he has been active, and that's why he has been posted in the personal staff of President Donald Trump. He works in the White House, and Susie Wiles, who is the chief of staff of President Donald Trump, it is said that he enjoys the confidence of Susie Wiles as well. So definitely a young and a dynamic guy, we can say, the Sergio Gor. But we have to see that how his Senate confirmation sails through, because we have seen some of President Donald Trump's appointments, ambassadorial appointments, could not sail through the Senate confirmation. So Senate confirmation has its own process. So we can only expect him to join, the U.S. Embassy in New Delhi, not before the end of year.
Right. Thank you, Pranay, giving us all those details. Trump loyalist Sergio Gor is the new US envoy to India.